All right, Sky Riley here on YouTube channel. What's up, everybody? This is going to be a pretty quick review of the stabilizer that I received from Tifgalop. I'm also going to talk about the rear suspensor that was replaced on here. I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm 225 pounds. I carry about a 25-pound, bag of gear with me all the time. So the rear suspensor was an issue for me. The upgrade was initially, let's see here. The brand of it is kindshock, Exa Form. Exa Form by kindshock. This is the original cylinder that was back there. It is pretty robust. It's solid. It's a single unit. It works well. It did suspend me. The issue I was having is that when I hit bumps, there was a shock all through it because it was bottoming out. And if you look right here, you can see there was some damage from bottoming out. So I went ahead and took the initiative, and I got the new shock sent, which was the Exa Form kindshock, rated at 650 pounds. And I installed it, and it was absolutely too weak. So I took another chance with that company and upgraded to the 1,500 pound adjustable spring. It's got a little knob on it too to control the air movement, which is perfect. I just keep it all the way on max, max pressure, and it works fine. So actually it works really good. It's a great improvement, or an excellent improvement. And what I'll say is, with the rear suspensor improved like this, what you have is the acceleration is better because the balance is better. When the balance is better between the rear and the front, you've got better traction. I also learned that, your foot placement, if you're gonna drive fast, which is what I do, I put my foot forward here and then placing my rear foot back there. I'm actually planting more pressure in the center of the board by putting my foot further back, and that gives you better traction and better handling. But let's talk about this stabilizer. Now, the stabilizer from Tifgalop didn't come with any instructions, and I couldn't find anything online. So that's the whole purpose of what we got going on here, is to show you what it was that I learned in the process. I haven't found any YouTube link that shows you, how to get it on. You can get a few suggestions, and the reason why it's installed right is because I saw a picture of the accessory. Some guy had showed on his page some accessories. So I'm going to dismount the camera right now, and I'm going to show you up close what it was that I learned in the process. All right, so this is the stabilizer. As you can see, there's an adjustment. And this adjustment is important because you'll be able to dial in exactly how much pressure you want or how much drag you want, for how it operates. Now, I will say automatically that what happened when I put this on is the stabilization was so good in combination with the upgrade with the rear suspensor that I've always had problems turning into acceleration because it was just too janky. It was too scary. This thing's got a lot of force. Second gear, dual motor mode, and up to third gear dual motor mode is it's snappy as hell. So not having any clear instructions, what I want to show you is this piece right here. I don't know if you can see my finger. Let's make sure I got this camera right. This piece right here, this fork piece, was the first piece that I put on. The extraction of these right here required a number 5 hex tool, and the foldable tool that you get with the Tifgalop T88 Plus, it comes with it in that nice little mountable bag they got. You can use 2 tools. You have to have a hex tool on one side and a hex tool on the other. And when you unscrew these, having both hex tools on both sides, there will come a point where one side will come out and the other side will still be in, and you'll have to take something skinny and push it out the other side. And you might even have to jiggle the controlling arm here, or the steering arm, back and forth in order to get it loose, because there is pressure from how it's leaning on the screws here, or you know, the hex nuts. So the first thing I did was install this. Then, as you can see in the top, there's this little thing. It's just a circular ring, just like this has a circular ring, and this bolt goes down into it. So here's what I did. This cylinder right here has this little ring clasp on it. It slides right over from the end, right over like this. So what I did was I slid it on and I attached it to this piece, which I installed first. So I tightened this bolt down, and this ring was loose. I left this loose. The next thing I did was I tried to figure out, okay, we got this height established. I didn't know what the height was going to be here. And as you can see, I have it attached right here all the way at the base of where, you know, this metal piece is right here. I wasn't sure that's where it was going to rest. So this was the last piece I installed. The next thing I did actually was I took this piece, which is like a Y-shaped piece, and I connected it to here. So this was loose, and this was also not connected. I connected this piece while this was in place here, but this was loose, so I could still slide it so I could get the right positioning. So once I found the right positioning by connecting this, I worked on the height. Okay, where's this got to be? And I found that connecting it right here was perfect. So what I went ahead and used, I believe it was a 2.5. So you need a 2.5 hex tool, and you need a number 5 for, you know, these bolts right here and these bolts right here. Only 2 hexes is all you need. Very simple installation, despite not having instructions. Now, so I connected this right here, and this had already been connected, and that had already been connected. The last thing I did was tighten this down when everything was, you know, pretty much straightforward. I initially tightened this all the way, and man, let me tell you, it's pretty stiff. So I backed it off a little bit, and I took it for a test run. The video was posted last night. Let me tell you, I've ridden it 3 times since I've installed it, and the control it gives you, yes, you can take one hand off at a low speed. I wouldn't advise, you know, hitting the accelerator and dual motor mode. It would be great as you know, if you're going to install the seat and just take a light cruise. But what this thing does is gives you the ability to do the performance riding safely. It's much more safe. You can really dig into those turns. You can really hit the accelerator while you're turning. As you're leaning and turning the wheel, which was a little bit sketchy, a little bit scary before, now it is perfectly safe. Well, more safe. So, see if I can turn it. That's basically, you know, what it looks like when it operates. You want that stiffness, you want that control, you want that security. This part is affordable. I mean, if you are making interactions with the people and you contact Doris at Tifgalop, you know, you can work some stuff out on all these bargains here. But the thing is, man, if you're a performance rider and you want to improve the safety, I'll recommend this part very highly. It works really well. I'm astonished. And with the upgrade of the rear spring, I don't know if you can see it right, that's the controller right there for the in and out air pressure. It also has a preload spring adjuster right here. It's perfect. And when I tell you I weigh 225 pounds, heck, I put a 115-pound young lady on it earlier today and drove her to work on it right up the street. But yeah, this is Tifgalop T88. This is the stabilizer. What a great scooter. Sky Riley, YouTube, Scooter Mob VA, signing out, man. Highly suggest this piece.